Welcome back, America. Longtime listeners to the Hugh Hewitt Show know I do the American Legislative Exchange Conference annual meeting, and I've been doing it for a number of years, and they will recognize Senator Patricia Rucker. She is the Assistant Majority Leader in the West Virginia State Senate, and they just had their electioneering going on. And how did that turn out, Senator Rucker?
Yes, we had a very interesting primary in the state of West Virginia where the battles really are in the primary in West Virginia. We are super Republican, super majority state. So the primary is really who's going to remain in power. And there were a lot of money spent to try to change the power structure, but it failed. Most interesting out of the primary races was a couple of Republican legislators who wanted to limit the Hope Scholarship, which you know was
You're the mother of the Hope Scholarship.
First universal education savings account in the nation, and they wanted to limit the choices that families had, and they lost their seats.
Well, that's because same thing happened in Texas, where parents and voters really believe in school choice. So you've saved that. I'm curious. I want people to know what supermajority really means. This is what you want to aim for if you're a Republican. Out of 34 senators in the state of West Virginia, 2 are Democrats. Out of 100 state representatives in West Virginia, 8 are Democrats. What do those poor people do? They can eat in a phone booth. Do they get together? What do?
Well, I can assure you they do their best to stop, slow things down, intervene, anything that they can do to just...
So Governor Morrissey has been a guest on the show a number of times. Okay. What's ahead of the legislative agenda for... You guys have checked pretty much everything off. What more is there to do or to prevent from being done?
Well, we still have a lot of holdover regulations and too big government that had 84 years of Democratic rule, and it's just hard to roll that back. So we still have cuts we need to find, and we need to reduce the regulations. I think that's the biggest hurdle.
Do you have a Doge in West Virginia, a Mountaineer Doge?
We sure do.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yes. I'm the West Virginia Doge.
Oh.
So I get to have the fun. I'm the chair of the Rulemaking Review Committee, which is the body that looks at the regulations, and we really do push back and try to get regulations off the books.
What is the most well, we were talking about housing before we got started on the air. Let's talk about that. You're under a housing strain because a lot of people from the District of Columbia and Virginia and Maryland want to move to West Virginia because you got a better tax structure. Anyone helping you build houses there?
I wish we had more help, I'll be honest. So yes, we are getting an influx of folks. So for the first time in many years, West Virginia is increasing population, which is a good issue. But the problem is it's really squeezing housing, and it is causing it to become much more expensive and much harder to find houses. So we do need to have that addressed.
Did you enjoy in the World Cup Take Me Home Country Road playing?
I sure did.
And that is the walk-up music for Cleveland Guardians home run hitter Chase DeLauder, because he grew up in West Virginia. Oh. So is that like everybody's song in West Virginia?
And not just in West Virginia,
yeah, I know.
Obviously, but no, that was really awesome to see. I like to remind folks that if you like the song, come see the state.
So what is the most pressing problem? Is it rural poverty in Appalachia? What
we
drives
still have that. And of course, we were the epicenter for the opioid overprescribing.
Right.
And we still have so much of our citizens who either lost their lives, are in prisons, lost their children. I mean, the repercussions of being addicted to any substance. But for us in West Virginia, it just multiplies when you have poverty too, and lack of resources. So we've been dealing with that for the entire time the Republicans have had a majority, and trying to address all of those issues and also, give people hope.
And so when we talk about West Virginia's future, what's its industry? It's got coal, it's got oil, it's got natural gas, but what's its other industry? Are you welcoming the data centers that other states don't want?
So we are, but we're doing it the right way. So we definitely learn from the mistakes of other states. So we passed a bill that under Governor Morrissey's leadership that made it clear they're not getting tax breaks. They're not getting any kind of abatement. They have to follow all the regulations, pay for their own infrastructure. We are encouraging them to develop their own microgrids, so they're not putting a strain on the existing electrical grid, and actually can help us improve it. So we're doing it the right way. Having said that, we do give them a, kind of a promise that this is the all the regulations you have to follow, we're not going to change those. They're not going to be localized where you have to be worried that every county and every city is going to have different rules. It's one rule for the whole state. So that just makes it easier for them to know what the rules of the game are. We do have some that are coming to the state of West Virginia. But in terms of what else do we have, I mean, that is one of the issues we need to address. We have a lot of health jobs, but we definitely want to have more diversity in our economy.
You know, Secretary Burgum has said on this show that wherever there is stranded natural gas, meaning pockets of natural gas that is otherwise not available to direct fracking, you can put a plant on top of that. Has that happened in West Virginia?
Well, we definitely have areas that it's a perfect location because of that we have the energy sources that are already there. Having said that, the things that folks are concerned about everywhere in the country, they're also concerned about in West Virginia. Making certain that there isn't a strain on their electrical grid, on their water, on their environment, things like that. But we have space, we have water, we have energy, we have everything that you could possibly
So I want
need.
to finish on Hope Scholarships, because we were talking before we go on the air. People wrongly think that rural schools suffer under school choice. Why is that not true?
So just think about it, okay? So rural schools are worried about, they don't have a lot of students, so they're so afraid that they're going to lose more students. But rural schools, because they're small, that's not where most of the problems are with public education. We don't see that many rural families being unhappy with the rural schools. But what is it the rural schools struggle with? Because of the smaller population, they don't have a whole lot of extra funding. So the students that need a lot of extra attention, the ones at the very top, very gifted and talented, want to take Mandarin, the ones at the bottom who have a lot of special needs, those are the ones that need to escape out of something different. By giving them an opportunity to seek that, it actually helps those rural schools focus on the students that they can serve best.
It's always, you're like the best goodwill ambassador for school choice and parental control over their kids' education. Keep coming every year. Senator Rucker, it's good to see you again. Don't go anywhere, America. I'll be right back, except maybe over to ALEC, ALEC.org. And if you're in West Virginia and you're a state legislator who doesn't belong, I know you're tempted just to say, oh, we'll let Senator Rucker do it. No, you should join ALEC as well. Don't go anywhere, America. I'll be right back on the Hugh Hewitt Show.
Portions of the Hugh Hewitt Show are sponsored in part by Consumer Cellular.